Our second presenter is Miss Anna Ota. Please start.
Good afternoon, everyone. Have you ever been inspired by a 12-year-old child? I have. This summer, I had the opportunity to help teach 15 children from Fukushima at an English camp near Mount Fuji. One morning, a 12-year-old boy at the camp said to me, "Hey, I can skip going to Radio Taiso because we don't do it in my hometown anymore." Radio Taiso, or radio exercises, are exercises that are done to music broadcasted on the radio. All Japanese children do these exercises in neighborhood parks from 6:30 every morning during summer vacation. When the boy said that he can skip going to Radio Taiso with both a cheerful and yet sad expression, I immediately thought, I want to change this boy's situation. I want the children in Fukushima to have a childhood just like I did, which included encountering people and encountering nature. The children who live near Fukushima nuclear power plant are experiencing more than just an inconvenience. They are missing an important part of their education by not having the opportunity to play outside. I want them to experience nature in ways that only children can. The Japanese government says that unlike Chernobyl, Fukushima is safe. However, there is a possibility that the children in that area are being exposed to radiation. As you can see in this graph, after the accident in Chernobyl, the number of children with thyroid cancer increased. The same thing is happening in Fukushima. Generally, childhood thyroid cancer is found in 1 to 3 children out of 1 million. However, 33 children in Fukushima have been diagnosed with thyroid cancer. I'm not sure how you feel about that number, but remember, those children have a family just like we do. What if it were your child? What if it were your sister or brother? Wouldn't you do something to prevent it? I have a plan. My plan focuses on 3 major areas: nature, health, and education. The activity that addresses those 3 areas is camping. Camping will allow the children to spend some time away from the area near the nuclear power plant. Taking those children to less radioactive places will help decrease radiation in their bodies. Camping will also help improve children's health by providing them with the opportunity to play outside. An organized camping program can provide educational as well as inspiring experiences. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. I also believe education brings joy and hope. Education inspires us. We need to encourage those children to have goals, hopes, and dreams. We need to help them overcome the disadvantages that they are experiencing. There are already several camping programs for children in Fukushima, but the thing is, not many people know about them. I was one of those uninformed people too, until my experience this summer. I also realized that we don't get much information about Fukushima or radiation unless we try to find it. It must change. We all should be aware of what is going on in Japan. Therefore, I will establish an organization called Camps for Champs and develop a more comprehensive program for children between the ages of 9 and 12. The camps will be carried out between sister schools, consisting of an elementary school in Fukushima and a university outside of Fukushima. Why use university students? For one thing, we have a lot of energy and passion. Another reason is that we are still learning. And you know the old saying, the best way to learn is to teach. Therefore, I'd like the camp experience to be a student teaching style class for university students. Participating in these camps will give the university students an opportunity to get practical experiences with children. Being a university-affiliated program will also make the program more organized, as they will be observed by professors. I want to provide the children with experiences that will guide them throughout their life. And I believe one of the most important and valuable things in life is human connection. We are all inspired by other people. Therefore, I like to make this camp more than just a one-time fun and educational experience, but a foundation for the children's future through making long-term relationships. The organization Camps for Champs will be in charge of personnel, accounting, and public relations. It will also help find sister schools, support and organize the program, and maintain the core goals of the organization. It will contact people, NPOs, and companies to ask for their participation and support. The budget will come from universities, elementary schools, the government, and companies who support this program. Tokyo Electric Power Company, known as TEPCO, should take responsibility for the problem in Fukushima. However, they are struggling financially. Therefore, in order to support this program, I propose that TEPCO provide free advertisement space to all companies who donate to our organization. TEPCO could provide free space on the back of the electricity bill, which is sent to houses all over Japan. This is a way that TEPCO can support our project. I believe that reconstruction starts from reconstructing people. The disaster happened. The environment in Fukushima is not like other areas of Japan. But life goes on. Kids need to believe that they are strong, they are powerful, and that they have a bright future ahead of them. And it is our mission to lead them in the right direction. Together, we can make a difference. So let's get started. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ota. Now we're going to the questions and answers session. Judges, please.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your presentation. It was very inspiring. It seems to me that your focus is largely on the youth of Japan. However, after elementary school, they have to enter middle schools. Do you see a follow-on program, and would you describe potentially those ways of continuing the program after that?
Well, actually, the younger children are more affected by radiation. So that's why I set the age 9 to 12. So my priority is focusing on younger children more than middle school or high school.
Okay, thank you. And now we have one more question from the second judge.
Thank you for your interesting presentation. In order to promote your idea, it's not only typical. I think that our Fukushima or Tohoku survival is to do with Japan's survival itself. So you need a wider participation and mobilization. How could you do that, and what vision you have?
How I will promote this program
to get a wider participation from social, because look at the newspaper that there are reconstruction news are getting smaller and smaller. You need to aware lots of people here in Japan.
So you mean I have to promote wider, like wider? Since this is a school affiliated program, I think at least school should know. So I want to involve the education organization that we have in Japan. And from that, if people know about the program, people started to talking about it. And so first thing is that to let the university students know about the situation in Fukushima.
Okay, thank you. Next, we'll go to a question from the audience. Does anyone in the audience have a question for Ms. Ota? Okay, over here. In English, please.
Thank you very much for your presentation. My name is Maki and I'm from Waseda University. And I think most of you also wondering what's the meaning of the apple at the end of the presentation. Would you like to tell us the meaning if you don't mind?
Okay, so apple is a symbol of knowledge and wisdom. That's why I use the apple. And also, the reason why I use the real apple is I just didn't want to finish in the presentation. I wanted to make it real. That's why I use the real apple. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful answer.
Thank you very much, and thank you for a great presentation, Ms. Ota. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。